Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Air Hauler with me, Herd 37. So we have our two TriStars. One's in Barcelona. I was going to do a job there, but I found this one I kind of like. This one's at Indianapolis over to Barbados. And there's actually a job after that. I don't know if I'll be able to get... I should be able to get to it. I'm just not sure when. That's going from Barbados back to Daytona Beach. So I kind of like that because it's like... back to our base, so we won't have to have anyone fly it around or anything like that and get us all positioned up for another flight. So yeah, taking cigarettes from Indianapolis to Barbados. It's a nice little haul, 2,290 miles, and over to Barbados. So let's go over and we'll start this one up. I got a little less than 12 hours, should be all right. Alright, it's the United one, 94%. But we've been doing a lot better. So I've already got the fuel, like I said, it's 2,290, so I put about 120 extra. So we won't have too much fuel. Let me go dawn. Yeah, we'll start at like 8. It's off to the east, plus the time. We don't really have to start that early to make sure we land in daylight, but it should be good right there. So, we'll go ahead and move on over to the plane. Alright, everybody, here we are at the plane. It's a rainy day. Rainy day. Kind of trying to see where the whole other part of the airport is. So I think I may have chosen the runway over there, but we could actually change it. Not sure. So look at what runway it is. Go over here to our APU. Start her up. Turn on the air bleed. We'll go over to our fuel and payload. Change the fuel. I think we'll just need the 2 external tanks again. It's not a long flight. Forgot to divide it in 2, but I should be able to do this in my head. It's not too much. Good thing it'll fit in the 2, because I wouldn't have to do even more math. So 84,646 will be 42,323. 42,323. So it takes off 24 total pounds. 84,646. Yeah, just 12 pounds. That's alright. Can live with that. Alright, now we can switch her over to APU. Got our power. Alright, DLC spoilers off. So our probe heat. Position. Move over here, get her started up. Should use my other view. Alright. Ground start. The FMC up over here. 15, 16. Alright, flight plans. Stored flight plans, 1 of 1. What in the world? What the hell is this? Oh, you know what? I forgot to do the cross feeds. Hold on. Turn that off. And I don't know why we're not getting any flight plans. Let me go check what's going on over there. Hopefully, I think that... did that folder get deleted? I thought something looked weird. Let me go. I'll check it out real quick. Alright, everybody, I'm back. I knew something when I went to go paste that into the Just Flight flight plan folder. I thought something looked weird. I accidentally, instead of hitting paste, I deleted it. And I emptied the recycle bin already, but luckily I knew it was called flight plan, so I just created that folder again and pasted that in there. I thought something looked weird, but then I was like, nah, maybe I'm just seeing something. But no, I deleted it instead of hitting paste. Alright. Try this again. 14, 15, 16. Alright, so KIND TBPB. Activate, execute departures and arrivals. Let's see, we're facing 24. We're supposed to be taking off on 5 right. That would be, we want to take off on 5 left then. There is a SID. The SID's kind of pointless, I thought. But it's Dawn 9. Transition IIU. Alright, go for the number 3 here. $13, $14, $15, $16. Alright, arrival, there's just one runway. We're gonna runway 9 has the ILS. There is no star. Just going straight in. Perfinet, we'll say reserves 3. We're gonna cruise at 35,000. Let's go walk through this real quick. Wow, 11 pages, huh? Daggone. Alright, engine 1. $14, $15, $16. Alright, resize this. We got the GPS, just in case we need that. It's not going to be completely in the way. Make that smaller as well. Get rid of the GPS. Alright, let's go over here and switch this to Gen 2. Which means we can turn off the APU. Alright, so what did I say? 5 left. So, no, 5 right. Wait. 5 right. So I did have it right. I did want 5 right, actually. I'll get that in just a second. We'll change that. Not that it's going to matter. I don't think, the way that it does that. So, we need to go right over here. Alright, so I'm going to turn off the parking brake. We'll start a pushback. Yes, I did have it written down correctly. I changed it to the wrong one. That's alright. We'll change her back. Got my directions switched up. What is going on? Are we pushing back or what? There we go. It almost felt like we were moving forward a little bit. Yeah, we're slowly moving back. Come on, trim wheel. Alright, that's good. It feels like we were moving back, like, barely, like, slow it. Really, really slow or something. It feels awkward. Alright, that's at 35,000. Turn on the flight directors. Arm for the altitude. Navigation. Switch over to FMS, or FMC. So we gotta hit that back. Vertical speed, 24,000. Runway heading 048. Whoa. I don't know. That was my middle mouse button. I don't know what switched. That's 24,000. I don't think anything actually switched. Departures and arrivals. 5 right. Down 9, IIU. It doesn't actually change anything. I don't know if the runway is even in that part. It's kind of a worthless sit because it actually wants to come back towards the airport. It doesn't. It's not out after your takeoff. Actually, just starts right at the airport. I'm gonna put that in takeoff. Taxi. All right. Go ahead on over to 5 right. And we'll be out of Indianapolis. There's no scenery for Barbados. I have scenery for Indianapolis, but it's just the daggone U.S. cities Indianapolis, so it's kind of worthless to install. It's not that great, especially for this kind of a flight. Like maybe VFR, it would be a little more worthwhile, but I used to show it in a bunch of my air hauler videos back in the day, but it's kind of worthless. I mean, it's just a big square of stuff, and like I say, in a plane like this, it's kind of worthless. VFR maybe it'd be a little more fun, but that's what the U.S. cities are from Aerosoft, that little series. It's just a big square. Indianapolis. Flew out of there a couple times. It's a like Indiana is really flat, and it's kind of a cool approach. I remember we didn't like come straight in. Like we went and flew. I can't like if we were coming in this way. We actually came out and flew around, and like it wasn't like a straight in approach. It was actually pretty cool. That's how I remember the second one, because I remember we were so low, and he was almost the way he was flying. It was a crazy approach. It was awesome. It seemed like more fun if you were a pilot. It wasn't like way out and straight in. It was like curving around into the airport. It was very cool. Never been in a plane that landed like that. But it's so flat in Indiana. I mean, just so flat. It's just this huge, vast, wide open area, this airport. Tons of FedEx planes. I guess I don't know if it's a major hub, but it's got to be a pretty big one. If you ever drive by it on the interstate, ever through there, you'll see a ton of FedEx planes that lined up there. Alright, looks like we're basically there. We'll go down here, I guess, to the very end. Shouldn't need too much runway. We're pretty light with fuel and cargo. Well, I guess we're about maxed out on cargo, but fuel definitely not. Just external 1 and external 2. So I guess we won't have any engines shutting off in this flight. It just doesn't make any sense that even with the gravity feeds on, the engines are still going to shut off. But you can start them right back up, which really doesn't make sense. Like they shut off, but you can start them right back and then it works. Doesn't make any sense to me. And you literally don't change anything after they shut off. You just start them again. I don't know what they were doing with this. That can't be modeled correctly, obviously. I don't know what's up with that. It's so weird. Dumb. Alright, we'll stop right here. I think. Yeah, there we go. Flaps coming out.
10.
Alright, landing lights. Strobe, anti-collision. I don't see anyone down there. Not great visibility. Here is someone, though. Guess it's good that we checked, because he was right on it. This is the first plane I've seen here today. Is that United? Or, I mean, American... U.S. Air. I can never remember that daggone company name. Nice landing, U.S. Airways. Just let you know the runway's wet. In the rain. So we'll get lined up. We won't do a rolling takeoff. We got to make sure that guy is out of our way. Sometimes they get out of the way real quick. Sometimes they take a little while. Nope, he is out the way. Alright. Lined up. Everything good. 35,000. 048. Oh. Almost did it again. Man, that... You hit auto throttles and you've got it set to 100 and you're in flight, man, that's a problem. Did it once while I was practicing. Alright. Brakes are in takeoff, flaps are out, we are trimmed. We're good to go ahead and get on out of here. Alright. Not quite full power. Airspeed is alive.
80 knots.
Almost forgot about that. Go ahead and rotate. The plane's wanting to get up.
Rotate.
So the weight.
V2.
Positive rate. Gear up. You could hear it like it was trying to pull up on me.
Flaps 4.
Right, pull out to the right. We're getting a little too nose up there. Really hard to trim this thing with the joystick.
Flaps up.
I mean, you can see how you do it with the clicking the middle mouse wheel, and then with the joystick, you gotta click and click and click. All right, auto throttles need you to kick in. We hit the 250, went over the 250, right at 250 actually. Trying to trim it still. See, it's such a tight turn because the SID, it's just not like flying out to a waypoint. It was just, like I said, started at the actual airport. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hit autopilot. Hopefully she'll hold her right there at about 2,400 feet a minute. I want to take a look outside, but we may have gotten into the clouds. Got everything extremely dense. I checked Barbados to make sure there was no elevation problem. Didn't look like there was. Oh, we're just getting in the clouds. It didn't look like there was a ton of scenery in Barbados either. That would be a cool scenery if someone made it. Very dense, but it's running quite nicely. Kind of surprised by that. 23, but it feels much smoother than that. And smoothness is what matters. Taxi light coming off. Flaps are up. Everything is looking good. We're coming up on 7,000 feet. We're in the clouds. Nothing to see. We'll check the FMC though. See what she says so far here on the progress. It's saying 21:39, so 8 hours. Is obviously not going to take anywhere near that. I don't know if it'll even take like 5 or 6 maybe. It doesn't have our fuel just yet. That'll change. I put in a couple fixes so we can come in straight. That's one of them right there. Because there was no star as well. FI09 and CI09? I don't know. if those are the two I put in, if this one put in different ones or what. After my fixes, I don't know. Because the way we were coming in, you know, since there's no star, had to come out and use some fixes to line up better. 10,000. Landing lights are coming off. And we will speed up. Let's see what happens at... Whoa. 310. I don't know if she can even get to 310. Climbing at 2,400 feet a minute, maybe. The engines are working. Really should probably decrease our descent a little, or ascent a little bit, or climb. Yeah, I don't think it can actually get there. I'm gonna slow this to 2,000 feet a minute. Might be able to see a little more of Indianapolis. The clouds are going to be too thick. Just trying to poke through. We're heading over to the east. I used to live west, just about an hour or so west. Right along the Illinois border. A little town called Clinton. Worked in Newport. Just north of Terre Haute. Yep, we're up to the 310 now at 2,000 feet a minute. What is that? Brake system select. Oh, well, we're hitting the top of these clouds. Still going to be too cloudy to see anything. But at least we're out of the rain. What it must be like to be a pilot. I get to do that every day, climbing through the clouds. Alright, well, since there's nothing really else to see, I'll go ahead and speed her up, and we'll be back in just a little bit. Alright, everybody's slowing it down. Apparently it's raining here too. Back in the rain. Lane lights, everything on. Brake at medium. Alright, we need to be at 8,200, so we're slightly descending a little too quick. So I'll roll back the descent a little bit. Let's see, 19, got about, what, 27 miles or so. Well, from 109, or I-09, never tell. The runway, like I said, is a runway 9. That's 091. In fact, let me put this on the course. .091. I've got this set to stop at about 3,800 feet. Because that's 8 miles at 2,000. That's 8 miles away, and then that's at 2,000 feet. So then you got 2,000 feet more to go to the actual runway. So I don't want to be too low and then have to wait on the glide slope to drop down. I don't know if that's maybe the island there or what. Might be able to slow down our descent a little more. 4,100. 1,900 feet with 13 miles to go. It probably is too fast. Not that we need to be right on it, because we are stopping at 38. I'm guessing that's the island. And then we're going to have to make a slight left here to line up. So that's definitely got to be out of the island, because I'm the one that put the fixes in. Make a more gentle turn to the left. Should work out rather well. Coming up on 5,200 feet. Still got the clouds and everything. Hopefully there's good weather in Barbados. I didn't see a ton of scenery though, but I didn't look around a whole lot. I just wanted to make sure that everything was okay, the elevation and everything. Slow her down to 240. I'm going to move her down now to 225. And I can go ahead and put in 110.10. I don't know if it'll show up or not. 110.10, there it is. Alright, glide slope is above us, so we can go ahead and hold. Let's hold at 4,000. Actually, we'll hold at 4,200. How about that? And it's off to the right. So I don't know if we should let this thing turn or what. Might be a better idea to just use the heading instead of the nav. I'm going to slow this down to 200. I think the glide slope is coming down a little bit. Alright, as you can see, we are getting closer.
Flaps 4.
Yeah, glide slope is coming down. This is starting to line up, so I'm going to go ahead and localizer. This thing's starting lining up. Got a little bit more to come down here on the glide slope. Don't quite see the airport just yet. Go ahead and capture the glide slope. Alright, she's got it. Starting to descend a little bit.
Flaps 10.
Down to 190 knots. I don't see it yet. I don't think it's that. It's gotta be straight ahead. The thing is, how far is it past that waypoint? Down to 170 knots. So it looks like it's over towards the edge of the island. Makes sense.
Flaps 18.
And they're at 3,000 feet. We're blind in the clouds. Go ahead and drop the gear.
Gear down and locked.
2,500.
And the 160.
Flaps 22.
That can disappear. We should be out of the clouds when we're about to land. Be fine. At least that's what I'm expecting. There we go. Just barely see it now. Just gotta remember to keep our speed up around 150, 140 on the approach. I think we're pretty much about out of fuel as well. That's up to 5.7 because of the descent.
Flaps 33.
And we'll leave the flaps 33. I think that helps as well. Instead of taking them to, what is it, 40 or 42, 44, something like that on the next one. So we'll just leave it there. Auto throttle's coming off. A little more thrust here. Gotta find the speed, because when you turn off the auto throttles, you gotta find where it is on your joystick. It's a pretty good speed right there. Slightly fast, maybe.
1,000.
Plane is mine. Hit it again. We're on the thrust. Starting to get a little low. Pulling the nose up. Get up the throttle too much, and the guy's pulling on to the runway. Perfect.
300. Minimums.
Barbados can't be that busy.
200.
Got another guy in between the runway and the taxiway. The other guy just took off. A little slow.
100.
Screw you, Dash 8.
40. 30. 20. 10.
Landed a little short. Probably have a Dash 8 rolling through us here in a second, or right over us. Wasn't too bad. We were pretty much, I think, on the middle. I can't even remember. It's hard to remember how to whack. Oh, I can't remember that. Oh, here he is. Oh, he's over top of us. Man, is that a Virgin Atlantic 747 over there?
Flaps 18. Flaps 10. Flaps up.
I was gonna say we'd go over here since we're a cargo plane, but there might be a spot over here for us. Oh, we're getting
Flaps up. Flaps
What's
up.
up with the? That's off. We got really slow. I was trying to make sure those brakes were off. I know they were. Might be it. It's yellow. I don't know if that's a DHL or what. Man, it was all of a sudden busy here at Barbados. They had the one guy taking off. There's a guy crossing here. It got that Dash 8 and take off. Dang. It came just at the right time. Or wrong time, however you look at it. So maybe we park down. I think that's DHL. It looks like it. So we'll park down there, but with him. American Airlines, Virgin Atlantic. Man, big old 747, huh? It's pretty cool. I like it. I like it when there's a bunch of planes around. There's a couple American Airlines. That's that. Yeah, it was just moving. Don't know the other livery. Alright, stop right here. Yeah, I don't know that guy and that guy. I'm not sure of that one either, actually. Parking brake, just so I can get this stuff set up. Landing lights, everything is off. I'm gonna go over here real quick. Turn on our APU, because I'm gonna need it here in a second. Parking brake is back off. Alright. I hate the newer FS recorder I put in does that. I guess I've been using older versions. I was having trouble getting some of our planes to show up AI. Because I was doing a video down in Miami, and there's tons and tons of static planes there, but it wasn't recording any of them. I think it was only recording AI. But I think maybe that's the thing. It doesn't record static, it only records AI planes, maybe, FS recorder? Which is annoying because, man, there's tons of static planes on that Miami. Which I believe is from Tropical Sim. And then the World from Zeki Design, I don't know how to say his name. Well, I hope there's one in between. Tell me there isn't. I think there is one right there. Might be two in between them, actually. Go down here closer to that DHL. What is that? Is that a 727? It sure looks like it. I know FedEx, well, I don't think FedEx uses the 727. They recently did. Used the 727-200 Advanced. They used to use that at Huntington Tri-State. I think they've switched that to a 737, I want to say. I guess we got over a little too much. To the right. Am I anywhere near it? Yeah, we're right on it, actually. Oh, all over the brakes. She's right there. Ah, just a little past. Alright, parking brake is on. Let's go back over here and switch everything to the APU. There we go. Oops, wrong button. Wrong way. Taxi light can come off. Alright, shut them down. Turn that off as well. Alright, everything is good. There's a decent landing from air hauler. That's what they said. So, okay. But let's go over to air hauler and get paid. Alright. Go ahead and unload her here. And we got 80,000 pounds of cigarettes. Man, I don't know how many. That's gotta be an insane amount of cigarettes. Those things are light. 80,000 pounds. A lot of smoking going on there down in Barbados. You're on vacation, do whatever the hell you want. It's Barbados. Let's see. All the way down here. Right here. So that's where we are. The next one will probably be Daytona Beach. It's still paying pretty good money. Our other plane is here in Barcelona. I don't know if it made any new good paying jobs, that one. Oh, that's a different Barcelona. I was going to say, that pays really good too. And we have a base of Buenos Aires. That is a different Barcelona. Ooh, Barcelona to Indianapolis. Oh, I don't have time to do it. Daggone. That would have been kind of cool. Oh, there's another one. Do we dare do it? I guess it's not really dare. Why do that, though, when we could go over here and get 843 grand? What is that, Austria? It's gotta be Austria. Klagenfurt? See, do I have anybody? Because someone would have to take the plane, probably, for me to go over, like, to Vienna or something. Oh, Christopher's over here. He hasn't. I don't know if he has a plane or not. Probably does. That's Graz. I don't have time to do that after we do that. Graz. We'll probably do that. To Klagenfurt. Barcelona to Klagenfurt. Find it. Way up here. Not that it matters. Klagenfurt. And then we'll probably have someone take it over to Vienna. That's one of our bases. And we have scenery for Vienna. I think they've actually updated it to maybe to version 2. Can't remember. But we've got it. So it'll be good. Good scenery. And that pays a lot. And I have no idea where we'll go from Vienna. They'll, by the time we do that, get to there, they'll be redoing, generate new jobs. But, yeah, that's what our plan for right now. But that's going to be it for this episode, everybody. I hope you all did enjoy it. I'll catch you guys on the next flight.
$500. $400. $300. Minimums. $200. $100. $50. $40. $30. $20. $10.